What is going on, Thumb Thumbs? This is Sunbrother2 bringing you guys our quarterfinal team prep battle video against the Winnipeg Jellicent and Coach Matt. I'm your coach for the Salt Lake City Swamperts, and you guys, I am extremely scared about this battle. If you guys don't know what happened in the last time we faced the Matt, we ended up getting an amazing Entei sweep, a fantastic Entei sweep. Just Rocks are able to whittle down his team to the point where Bandit Entei can come in and extreme speed everything to hell and back. And so, I'm not gonna lie, when it comes to rematches are a little bit more trickier than the first time you face someone, because the first time you face someone, you already think you were bringing the best team to beat them with. So to meet up with them again in quarterfinals, semifinals, and playoffs, it's a little bit more challenging, because now it's like, well, do I adjust this? Do I adjust that? What really worked? And to be quite honest with you, it's hard to know what exactly worked, considering that Entei just came in, clicked one move, and we were done. So let's quickly go over his team again. I already went over his team and the stuff he could potentially bring in the previous team builder I did for the Winnipeg Jellicent. So if you guys want me to go into more detail with Matt's team, definitely go back to the old team builder and check it out when we faced him. I think it was like week 8 or something like that. But going down the list, you know, Victini, huge threat. Ferrothorn, it can be really scary for physical hitting mons, but I don't see him bringing because of Entei. Blastoise, I can see him bringing super extremely defensively bulky wall. Hopefully he doesn't bring a defensive wall. Hopefully he brings something more especially defensive, because we can handle it a little bit better. Tracheon, I see coming again just because it's a huge threat. Scarfed or Bandit, I possibly see a Scarf variant coming this time around. I see Thunderous Incarnate coming because it's able to set up in their face with Prankster ability, just depending on who I have in on the field. Also, it carried HP Fire for our Fortress last time, so extremely scary. It can be nasty plot, it could be mixed physical special. Garchomp is super scary as well. I'd see that thing even being scarfed this week, either him or Terrakion, one or the other. It could also be Rough Skin Rocky Helmet, Stealth Rock Setter. It'd be really tricky to handle, but if it's that, then, you know, it's one less big threat on the field, especially without Swords Dance or Life Orb and all that stuff. But still really scary. Barely outspeeds our Joey Galaxy. Next up is Staraptor, base 100 mon yet again. Very scary if it's Banded Reckless. If it's Intimidate, it could also be a problem, but I usually tend to bring more special mons than I do physical mons, at least this week against Matt, so hopefully the Intimidate doesn't hurt us too much. Next up we have Ribombee. Ribombee is super scary for us just because one Quiver Dance really just hurts us in the long run, as well as it being base 124 speed and our Weavile being 125. If I do decide to bring Weavile, I'm going to have to just go max speed Timid to guarantee to outspeed that thing. Next up we have Tentacruel, another scary mon. Can just sit on the field all day, Toxic Armons, and eat hits up all day. Mega Sableye can pretty much do the same thing as you guys saw in the battle video. It can burn, it can paralyze, it can poison, it can block any hazard setup, it can hazard block as well. So that's that. And then of course Cryogonal, which did come last time, which I didn't expect. It was an Assault Vest set if I'm not mistaken, but Kin Rapid Spin is really fast mon, base 105. So some crazy stuff to look out for. After going over his team once again, I'm realizing that Ferrothorn, Blastoise, let's see, Staraptor, Tentacruel, Mega Sableye, and Cryogonal can all prevent us from getting up rocks or put rocks. Yeah, like those 6 mons can stop us from putting up hazards on his side of the field. We somehow did it last time, so hopefully Matt did not learn from that experience and we're able to do it again, because starting off on our team, we are bringing Pistachio, our Fortress. I just like making up nut names now. Like every week I go to my friends, I'm like, hey, give me a name of a nut. Give me a name of a nut. And I team built with 2 people this week. One of them being my buddy Jack, who's helped me team build for forever. And the other one was Alejandro, a new member of the LDL, so thank you so much for helping me out with that, bro. And we kind of agreed that what I had would be able to work. Some things are a little bit iffy, but hopefully it's something to catch him off guard. So of course we have Fortress, Pistachio, classic defensive set, Stealth Rock, Counter, Rapid Spin, and Gyro Ball. Rapid Spin is there just because I believe this time around Terrakion, Garchomp, or Ferrothorn might want to set up some kind of hazards for us, and if they do, Pistachio's there to get rid of them. Gyro Ball with 0 speed investments, that should actually be 0 as well. Just to guarantee, you know, we're as slow as possible, but I believe we still outspeed things like the Ferrothorn, like the Mega Sableye after it Mega Evolves, so we're sitting really good. We're sitting really good, because for those Pokemon, Ferrothorn, Mega Sableye, they want to invest in, you know, their HP, their defense, special defense, mind you, so hopefully Pistachio will be able to get up some hazards, will be able to counter any physical attacking mons, like say if we're at full health and Victini comes in and we're at full health, I'm probably going to be staying in, clicking counter, and, you know, stuff like that. I also know that Matt loves to use, like, switches, like Volt Switch, U-Turn, and stuff, so Victini, Thundurus, Staraptor, all those guys really love U-Turn, Volt Switch, which might not bring more so U-Turn on Thundurus because of our own Thundurus, which does have Volt Absorb, so I do see a lot of U-Turning going around, and so Pistachio is going to be really nice because U-Turn is physical, so we'll be able to eat it up and stuff like that. The Gyro Ball, once again, does a huge amount of damage if anything is scarfed, so hoping for the best there. We can really come in on anything for the most part and really just handle a lot of hits. Next up, returning from the first time we faced him, I believe, yes, is going to be Joey Galaxy, our Thundurus. Joey Galaxy is going to be playing a very vital role this week, I believe. As we're running 252 Timid, 252 Special Attack to guarantee to outspeed all those base 100 mons, but still not outspeed that Garchomp, which is stupid. I have U-Turn on there myself because of the Garchomp. Just because I don't want to get caught in a situation where, you know, he brings it in, I Volt Switch out, and then I'm outsped by this thing, so. But if I'm able to make the read right, we have Hidden Power Ice on there to do a crazy amount of damage. U-Turn also hits Victini for decent damage. I want to say like upwards of 20% damage. So if we have rocks up, we just slowly start to whittle that down, gaining initiative and stuff. Dark Pulse, of course, is there to hit that Victini as well for any flinch potential. Thunderbolt, of course, General Stab. It really does the work, especially with the Life Orb. Pretty standard sets this week, just because Matt's speed tiers are really strange. Like, the only slow mons he has are the Blastoise, the Ferrothorn, and the Mega Sableye. Everyone else is base 100 or higher. Like, Blastoise, I think, is base 74 speed, if I recall correctly. Then, like I said, Ferrothorn and Mega Sableye are base 20. Everyone else is base 100 and higher, so for those mons that I've brought that don't really reach that speed tier, I can invest a lot more in bulk for the long run. So it's very interesting stuff that I'm going to be bringing this week. But that's Joey Galaxy. Moving on, making its return as well, not from battling Mac, just its return because I think it's been sitting on the bench for a little bit, is we have Escargoo, or Goodra. I need to write in that name really quick. Hold on. Oop. You guys don't need to see that. Escargoo, or Goodra, is actually making its return. Assault Vest set, max defense. The Assault Vest is just to help it live anything on the special side, like from the Victini, if it wants to, from the Thundurus, Blastoise, and the Tentacruel, and the Cryogonal, really. Those are like his main kind of special walls. Some of them are more mixed than not. We usually do see Victini maybe being more physical with a banded set. But for like Blastoise, Ribombee 2, Ribombee, Tentacruel, like those main three, you know, that's where the Assault Vest comes in. And it's a physically attacking. It's adamant natured this week. Let's see. That's a little bit cut off. We'll just do this really quick. Live editing. We'll just do that. There we go. Just so you guys can see the nature. Move that over. So yeah, just 252 HP, 252 defense, adamant nature. I was debating whether or not I should have put some in attack, but for the most part, each of these attacks really does upwards of 50% to his team, just depending on what I go for. So hopefully we'll be able to use that to our advantage, especially being adamant natured. But Earthquake on there for the Victini, for the Terrakion, for the Ribombi even, it doesn't even want to take it, for the Tentacruel. So very, very nice. Each of those I dislike. If it's not 50%, like it's like 48.9%, which hopefully with rocks in the long run just slowly starts to whittle everything down. Fire Punch for the Ferrothorn, if he does decide to bring it. I don't think he will, but he might. Fire Punch also helps out with the Ribombi. Dragon Tail. Dragon Tail is going to be super important this week, you guys, just because of any potential setup mods. You have stuff like, I know Matt's done like Power Up Punch Blastoise. I know he's done like stuff with Agility Thunderous. Swords Dance Garchomp. Quiver, we can't do anything when it comes to the Ribombi, unfortunately, which sucks. But then the Mega Sableye, that's like our main answer for Mega Sableye. If it wants to come in and start Calm Minding, we can just go in, Dragon Tail it up, and get it on out of there. And hopefully with the rocks on the field, it'll be able to allow us to shift a lot more, take a lot of good hits, which is why I wanted to make him more physically bulky. And then Outrage, of course, just once that Ribombi's out, and I know Goodra can live a couple of good hits, we can click Outrage and kind of go wild, because Outrage, for the most part, just handles everything really, 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 really well. So, it's an Outrage. It's Outrage. What more could you love? Next up, we are going to be bringing someone really interesting, a very interesting tech that I actually want to... I'm not going to say that I came up with this strat on my own, because I saw him use it before during the season, so hopefully it works out for us, because it didn't work because he wasn't able to use it himself. But we are bringing our boy Entei once again, guys. Entei last time got the sweep, and Choice Banded Entei would have been nice, but it's like I have a Scarfer and I have a Specs user this week. I don't really want a Banded user, so I had to get a little bit. I had to mess around with Entei. Of course, Adamant nature to get moves like Extreme Speed on him, unfortunately, is one of our main unfortunate things for it. But Normalium Z Howl, instead of giving us the +1, gives us a +2 to attack. And so it's like almost a free sword. It's like a Swords Dance, necessarily, for Entei, which is super nice, because once we're at +2, you know, depending on if we outspeed things or not, like the Mega Sableye, we can start to two-shot with Sacred Fire, I believe. Of course, Ferrothorn doesn't want to take anything. And Extreme Speed, once again, just starts to wreck through his team. Bandit, of course, being 1.5, being at +2, is all the more rage. The only thing that could really stop us, which is why I'm praying he doesn't bring it, is the physically defensive Blastoise. If that is the case, then we are in trouble. We are definitely going to be in trouble, but... for the most part, you know, Extreme Speed will handle everything this week. It will really handle everything this week, so... It's scary. It's scary, because there's only a few things that we could really set up on. The Victini, the Ferrothorn, the Mega Sableye, the Ribombi, I believe, and the Cryogonal. Like, so, it's... Some of those mons I don't see coming, which is super scary, but we did see Entei take a lot of nice fire hits from Victini, and I'm willing to bet it could also take a good U-turn or two, just because of its great typing of just being pure fire. So hopefully it'll work out in our favor to be able to send Entei in at the right time, click that Howl, get to +2, and then start doing work. So that is Entei. Hopefully he can bring us a victory again, and if not, we do have a couple of backups. Next up on the team is going to be Scotty, our Weavile. It's going to be Troy Scarf this week. Like I said, I have a Scarfer and I have a Specs user this week, so didn't want Bandit on Entei, but Scarf, Weavile, I feel will fare better for late game pickup, just because being at base 125, we outspeed everything on his team. Even Scarfers, because we're Scarfed ourselves, being at base 125. Nothing here besides probably the Agility Thunderous can outspeed us, but that is why we are carrying Ice Shard, just in case for something like that. Of course, knockoff, icicle crash. Low kick is there for like the Ferrothorn, for the Terrakion. Those do the most damage to those guys, but it's just scary being scarfed with Weavile this week, because I feel like he can. I feel like Weavile she should be able to like move her moveset around and move freely, because if we go for knockoff and Terrakion still around, you know, that's a justified boost just waiting to happen and stuff. For the most part, it's really, really nice to have Scotty in the back to be able to come in when she needs to and hopefully pick up the rest of the kills on the team with hopefully just a click of one button. So it's very scary, very, very scary, but for the most part, knockoff does its job for a good reason. Of course, we're Jolly to guarantee to outspeed that Ribombi, even after it Quiver Dances once, so that is going to be our Weavile set this week. And then last but not least, we are bringing back Emma, our Sylveon. It's been quite a few weeks since I've used our Sylveon, and so I figured it's the right time to bring her back. Like I said, with her speed tier being as it is, usually for that, just I'm able to invest a lot more in health and bulk. So 252 HP, 252 special attack, modest nature, choice specs, pixelate, very standard set, very, very standard set actually. We have hyper voice, of course, for general stab, hits everything generally hard, barring the Victini, the Ferrothorn, and I believe that is it. And maybe the Tentacruel. I'll have to double check that calc. But we two-shot the Mega Sableye, which is really, really nice, especially even if it's max special defense, if I'm not mistaken, max special defense, sassy or something like that. So that's really, really nice. Psyshock, of course, takes care of the Mega Sableye. I mean, not the Mega Sableye, the Tentacruel if it's max defense. Hits other things really nicely. Hidden Power Fire, just in case Ferrothorn decides to come around and he wants to try and switch that in. And then Shadow Ball if I catch the right read on a Victini switch in or something like that. And yeah, so that's going to be our team for the Winnipeg Jellicent going into the quarterfinals, you guys. I'm super scared because, you know, I almost wanted to keep the team similar, but then as I talked about it more and more with my team builders, we realized that that this was probably the best thing, because we have stuff that's similar, that being the Weavile, the Entei, the Joey Galaxy, the Fortress, and then we traded out a couple other things for a couple of things that work just as well as the other ones would have. So, you know, last time I brought a couple of Scarfers and a Banded Entei. I almost want to do that again. I really do, just because I wasn't able to use them, but you know, hopefully this team does work out. I'm feeling really confident with this team. I'm not stressed at all. Of course I'm going to be nervous, but I'm not stressed at all, because I know Matt's going to be bringing his best. I'm going to be bringing his best. But all in all, you know, it's just Pokemon. It's a game at the end of the day. And so, what more can you do than just play and enjoy yourself, right? But I'm going to get up out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave it a thumbs up for your thumb brother, and body slam that subscribe button. Like I said, I'm going to get up out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Sunbrother2, and I'll see you in the next one.